Hello, folks. How y'all doing tonight? I certainly need to address this, and I'm going to give my commentary after I cover this article. I got two articles. I'm going to read this one, and then I'm going to play a video clip that's associated with this story that's been talked about, spreading like wildfire. And this needs to be talked about. And it's so funny that it should be. I just watched JD Black's video. Shout out to the brother. I'm really gonna, and I'm definitely gonna speak on the selective outrage from the pro heifer, pro whack heifer, unconscious community. I'm also gonna call out the selective outrage of these black misandrists. These are anti-black men, and talk about how men are the problem. Because I find this interesting how they don't say nothing. They didn't say anything about Chad Wheeler. They didn't say nothing about the black woman who was who was a mistress to a Caucasian cop out in Mississippi, a cave cop. Didn't say nothing about how she got murdered. Didn't have no outrage, no outcry. The energy is just so interesting how they're quiet as a mouth. I wonder what Cynthia G is saying. What does Nyla say? Nyla says, okay. Nyla says may say something about this. I mean, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But and if they do, if for Cynthia and these pro-divest heifers who promote swirling black divesting, I find it interesting how you're silent on this. But y'all claim to be for black female empowerment. So I know what the reason is why there's selective outrage and she's not getting the coverage from the pro swirling community like your Crystal and Carazines and them. These ghetto gagging heifers. They didn't say nothing about the black woman, the 19-year-old black woman, young black. She's, the young late, the young, and I use this loosely, the young woman, the 19-year-old black woman who was in ghetto gaggers being disrespected, inhumanely mistreated, sitting in her own filth, being beaten up, taken advantage of, right? Basically degraded, sitting in her own filth, disrespected. She's all over the internet. I'm gonna have to do a live stream on just on the selective outrage and how, and if they do speak on it, it's somehow the black man's fault. 23-year-old Connecticut woman found dead after date with an older cave monkey from Bumble. The violent cave male she met from Bumble. Police say he isn't a suspect. Oh God. Okay. Let me stay on topic because I got so much. I'm on so much fire. Like Will from Wheeler from Captain Planet. Y'all know, the Captain Planet with the rings, and Kwame with the power of Earth. We were fire, Linka, wind. And then you got Linka with. Then you got Gee with water. And then I forgot that other guy's name. From South America, Heart. But Will, I think Will was one of my more of a favorite because I just loved his. He just had a way, his cockiness and all that stuff. I found that, I just, just he was just one of those cool guys. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Because I got fire for these heifers. These pro-divesting, pro-swerving heifers. And them black feminazis I got smoke for these black Christian feminazis. I got smoke for you pro-whack, unconscious black males who are simps, beta males, who ain't saying nothing, but you call these black females loosely, y'all call them queens. And they didn't earn the title to be queen, but they don't call you a king unless they want something from you. But I digress. The family of a 23-year-old black woman who mysteriously died after meeting an older pale cave on Bumble is wondering why the Bridgeport Police Department isn't doing enough to find out why their relative is dead. On December 12th of 2021, Lauren Smithfields was found unresponsive in her apartment after the unidentified pale cave male notified the police that the young woman was in need of medical assistance. News 12 reported she died later that evening. Bridgeport pigs didn't bother talking to the beta bitch-ass male into custody. Yeah, but we continue, and have reportedly ignored Lauren's family's pleas to investigate further. The deceased mother, Chantel Fields, even wrote a thorough and detailed email to the department, and received no response. Bridgeport Council Ho Maria Pereira, she said she was shocked. Half a bye, but I digress. This heifer got us. She is actually shocked that authorities had treated the black family in this manner. I'm not shocked from personal experience and from family and the folks that look like me. I'm not shocked. You shouldn't be shocked. But I digress. I mean, somebody sent me a message, but I'll just edit it out. In quotations, quote, she sent a really well-written email. It was lengthy and, sorry about that. She sent a really well-written email. It was lengthy. It was extensive. It was very detailed. And I was shocked when she told me just yesterday she had not received a response. She told News 12. Well, I would say that's a great way of doing that. I would have said if she would have posted it on Facebook and roasted them and called this injustice out and deep fried these corrupted, unqualified authorities. Oh, I would say that would have definitely gave her and gave the family leverage, if you know what I mean. Lauren's father, Everett Smith, expressed that the family's contact with the pigs has been with a detective who is very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant, basically, in layman's terms, racist and bigoted and condescending and inhumane, as they all do. He also explained that his daughter was educated and hardworking. The medical examiner has not released a cause of death for Lauren. Excuse me. But based on the city's toxic behavior during the family's tragic loss, her father hired an independent medical examiner to assess his daughter's cause of death. That should never be. I digress. Quotes, without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself paid out of pocket because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled, Everett told the news outlet. That shouldn't be. Lauren's brother, Lakeem Jetta, disclosed that the pigs told him that the man was a nice guy. Oh my. You can't make this stuff up, but I digress. So it wasn't necessary to investigate him. There's a possibility, I'll just say it before I even finish up, that he has connections to the police, or they may know each other. He knows somebody within that, because this is a strong cave thug punk ass terrorist code that they do, that they be doing to other savages, cave savages. Let me continue. The city of Bridgeport released a no bullshit statement regarding its department's handling of Lauren's case. Quotes, the Bridgeport Police Department takes these concerns very seriously. The command staff of the Detective Bureau is reviewing the handling of this case to ensure that best practices were and are being followed. It is imperative to note that the death of Lawrence Smithfield remains an ongoing investigation. Our department extends its deepest condolences to the family. Oh, cool. Oh, no, you don't. It took social media, like it always does, and then outside of social media, outcry, outrage for that to change, but mainly social media. Although the city never outright acknowledged Lauren's family's concerns, a Google search of the department and racism brought up years ago Lauren results inside and out the department. Oh, no shit. The 23-year-old woman graduated from Stanford High School, where she excelled in track and field and was studying physical therapy at Norfolk Community College. The fledgling influencer went by Logo Fields on YouTube. So she was an aspiring YouTuber, influencer on social media. I didn't get a chance to see her on Instagram, but I'll show you in the next report. So this is a well-to-do family. Well-to-do, you can see. But
it's killing me inside. I miss my baby.
The mother of 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields of Bridgeport says her family's world came crashing down 10 days ago when her daughter was found dead inside her apartment on Plymouth Street, under what the family describes as mysterious circumstances. The medical examiner has not yet released the cause of death, and investigators aren't commenting.
Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself, paid out of pocket, because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled.
It's Lauren. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Lauren was a familiar face to YouTube audiences. Her family says she had been a track star at Stanford High School and was now studying physical therapy at Norwalk Community College. A sweet child, they say, who had blossomed into a beautiful young woman who had the whole world at her feet. They say Lauren had met, quote, an older white man on the dating app Bumble, and it was he who alerted police to Lauren's death. The family says they are not satisfied with answers they got from an investigator.
I asked him about the guy. He just made it seem like the guy was a nice guy. It was nothing to investigate.
The only contact that we have had was from a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective.
Lauren's dad reading a scathing statement saying police failed to extend the most basic courtesies and told his family to stop calling. Councilwoman Maria Pereira says police owe Lauren's mom an apology.
She sent a really well-written email, and I was shocked when just yesterday she told me she had not even received a response.
A mom who's left to plan her daughter's funeral just days before Christmas says she's struggling to find a path forward.
Life is not the same. I don't know who I'm going to be after this.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
Your heart just goes out to that family. The city of Bridgeport issuing this statement about the investigation. The Bridgeport Police Department takes these concerns very seriously. The command staff of the Detective Bureau is reviewing the handling of this case to ensure that best practices are being followed. It is imperative to note that the death of Lauren Smith Fields remains an ongoing investigation. Our department extends its deep.
Well, here's the thing. What I've noticed, and then hearing, watching JD Blacks and some people making their commentary that I'm subscribed to, is that it's just bothers me that, and I believe JD Black, and I believe that when he Googled, did a YouTube search, typing this young woman's name, how it was his video was the most viewed, and that was like there's a few videos of this lady where I'm trying to find out, with all this protect black women BS, this tells me that a lot of these pro-black feminists, and you know what, I'm gonna go there. Where in the French toast is the founder of the Me Too movement. Let me say this again. Where in the fuck is Tarana Mammy Burke of the Me Too movement? Where's the Black Silent Breakers and all these black women's empowerment? Where you at? Where in the French toast are you at? I thought y'all had a sisterhood. I thought you cared about the well-being of melanated women. You swear up and down you do. And you know what? If these where's the divester community and all these chocolate chasers, you non-black chocolate chasers? Where's your say? Where's your input? And to you black female swearers, and you pro divest black females, where the fuck are you at? You pro whack unconscious, you pro whack hoe unconscious black male simps, where you at? Now, I like to give people the benefit of the French toast doubt. If this was a melanated man, regardless if he was a Pookie and Ray Ray or not, or a well-to-do brother, but likely, and it's so funny how they will go in on the Pookie and Ray Ray or the black man in general, because this narrative of these black Karens talk about, oh, black men can't take rejection. Oh, no means no. But when black men have their own preferences and they like a particular woman, y'all don't respect his no. If a black man says, I don't like a woman of your complexion, he's not interested. Y'all get mad and try to shame him. But I thought no means no. But you know what? I'm not gonna let me stay let me stay right in this area of the subject, okay? Because I don't want to, because that could be that's a separate video in its entirety, a separate live stream, if you know what I mean. Okay, when it comes to age gap, if a man wants a younger woman and y'all try to shame him and he says, no, no, you're too old for me. It can be, or he don't like young girls like that. Y'all have some, oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Don't you like it tight and young? Like, but you just insinuated that I was a pedophile and all this stuff, even though she is of legal age. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a black man breaks up with a melanated woman, but when he's getting stalked and harassed, y'all rationalize that bad behavior. Shoot, I could pull up articles after article, report after report, personal experience, what I witnessed, and I could just record some of the BS that I seen that these women going on all these emotional ass tangents, these dysfunctional toxic tangents. Your color purple, waiting to exhale, Route 66, Terry McMillan, hoe ass, Tyler Perry, Medea, I'm a victim bullshit. Okay? If this was a melanated man, there would be a different outcome. There will be a different type of energy, but it's not. All you swirling ass hoes, you dying vest hoes. You die vest hoes. Oh, I'm disappointed. Cynthia G, Nala, and the rest of them black heifers who have so much negative, disparaging things to say about black men. Especially Cynthia G and the rest of them heifers. Nala, I'm not. I don't get her, but she's a black feminist with her views, even though she's married. I don't know, but she lives a total opposite life, but then trying to cater to miserable single women. But I'm pretty sure, as a side note, that she ain't gonna tell them the truth. It's funny because she don't want to be like a pick me. You know what? It's funny because she's picked. I don't know if she's picked by a strong man like she claims or a simp. But all of a sudden, because there's money in black female victimhood, imaginary black female victimhood. Okay? But these women don't listen. I'm not, now this to her, look, from my understanding, from word on the YouTube streets, the social media streets, that she was trying to do business. And I don't know if she would have would she have the same being naive, being openly accepting if this was an older black man? Possibly not. I would say probably not from my personal opinion, but maybe she would probably do the same thing because she kind of is sheltered and lives in a bubble and don't understand the world around her. Not that it says that she deserves to get killed, but the thing was she's trying to do business, okay, and she met him off of Bumble, and here's the thing. Let me make this clear. Let me set the record straight. Most of these cases of people getting harmed and murdered, meeting people on dating apps, is usually men being victimized, being drugged and robbed, as Cardi B style. Most of the people on dating apps who are likely to get jacked up, harmed, and even die, set up, are usually women doing this to men off these, especially these guys who are super thirsty off these apps. Let me put in a disclaimer. Now, back on the subject, because there's a bunch of reports. Both parties, men and women, need to be careful on different circumstances. On the same way, but the circumstances, ladies, because what I've seen on these dating apps, a lot of y'all be trying to run prostitution rings. A lot of y'all try to sell yourselves and invite guys you don't know, or you try to show up in their spot. And if the guy don't pay up, you want to do some jacked up stuff. A lot of you ladies run the risk. I don't know why y'all want to sell y'all bodies. Now, I'm not saying that's what she was doing, not what Lauren was doing. I'm saying in general terms. In general, this is what I've noticed, and even me using these dating apps, because I'm like this. If I don't know you, I'd like to meet you in a public place where it's well lit, people know what's going on, there's people around, but you have some sort of privacy for some affection, if you know what I mean. That's how I roll. And I like to Google the place if she's saying meet me at this location, even her spot. I like to Google it, look it up on Google to see and check out the neighborhood, before I even drive up that spot or I meet her at that particular location. Okay, that's how I do it. Plus, I'm always prepared, and I always want to get a deep understanding. Are we meeting for fun, or are you trying to charge me? Because you have women who have actually tried to, try to charge me because we had some fun. And I was like, I didn't know you. Why didn't you tell me this and that? So you have a lot of women do sell their bodies. There's prostitution, even advertise their OnlyFans, try to market. This is a dating site, not a hookup site, not a smash site. There are sites and apps where you can hook up and get your rocks on. But what I've noticed that particularly women, they try to sell their bodies, advertise themselves, even try to do business as an influencer. Why would you meet somebody on a dating app to do some business? And I'm pretty sure the guy was finessing. The Caucasian male was doing some finessing, making empty promises. And because with the self-hate, I'm sorry, because I'm not saying you don't have black males or wouldn't older black men wouldn't do that. But I'm keeping it real. She felt more comfortable on a Caucasian male. Okay, and let me keep it real. I mean, despite I'm talking about Lauren and women, I have to keep it real, ladies. Y'all dangerous when it comes to meeting. Y'all be doing some catfishing, false advertising, and you be up to no good. Trying to make money to not only try to get your itch scratched, but also try to get paid. You try to get dudes to get caught up and try to run a prostitution ring. The fact of the matter is the fact that she felt so comfortable and whatever they were doing. I mean, there's cases of women going by themselves or inviting a guy they don't know. Just like men will go to these places of women and take a drink or a drug or something like that of a woman they don't even know, like, or invite them to. Guys, it means you got to be careful of these women who you invite to your house. They are super crazy. If and when you ask me. However, on the subject, the fact of the matter is you got females getting flown out and advertised, and it seems like there's a regression of women, especially melanated women. A lot of these cases, it's not just her, but also just multiple cases of even when it comes to domestic violence, like your Chet Hanks. It's funny when it comes to Chad Wheeler, we're talking about just relationships, hookups, and dating in general now. I mean, just look at this. I mean, even when it comes to even domestic violence between the cave male and the melanated woman, now there's it's a different outcome. It's a different type of energy. I mean, it's just a different energy. I mean, it's rationalized. There's excuses. Now y'all want to give the man the benefit of the doubt. If this was a melanated man, it's a strong 99.99% likelihood that I would see a bunch of social media posts, a bunch of black man, anti-black man disparaging remarks of how black men are this and that, all this criticism from the swirlers, the black feminists, the black female Christian feminazis, the pro-whack, melanated, unconscious heifers. Let me say that again. I'm to the pro-whack black heifers who are part of the gynocentric unconscious community. The gynocentric black unconscious community. I would see all this black misandry, all this criticism. Okay?
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Josh Benson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Those stories coming up as well. But first, our top story tonight. There are new details emerging since Pasco County Sheriff first announced tonight. The body of 34-year-old Kathleen Moore has been identified.
Moore was reported missing last week. Her boyfriend already charged with second-degree murder, and now we know more about the evidence. Justin Shecker is joining us now live tonight outside the FDA in Tampa. Justin.
Josh and Jen, good evening to you both. According to new court documents, this FDLE lab is where an analyst identified blood evidence on the suspect's pants as matching Kathleen Moore's DNA profile. Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco says he hopes the discovery of her body provides some closure to her family and helps prosecutors get justice.
What closure?
After learning her daughter's disappearance became a homicide investigation, Karen Moore told 8 on Your Side.
I hope they do find her. I pray every day that they do find her, and only God knows where she is. And he has the last word.
Late Tuesday morning, Pasco deputies say they recovered Kathleen Moore's remains in a heavily wooded area behind her boyfriend's Newport Richey home.
Today, we positively identified her body based on tattoos.
Sheriff Chris Nacco says there was a deliberate attempt to hide her body.
As detectives will tell you, even when you're 2 feet away from her, it's hard to see that her body was there.
As investigators returned to the Carmel Avenue home,
Colin Knapp,
the murder suspect made his first appearance before a judge.
perhaps you're not aware of, there's been new developments in that case as well. Okay? Which makes it even clearer.
Court documents say Colin Knapp changed his story about whether he left his home in the early morning of November 29th. He told detectives he drove to his workplace, Harold Seltzer's Steakhouse in Port Richey, to do a meat inventory. Deputies obtained surveillance video from around 1:30 a.m. showing his Cadillac arrive and park next to the restaurant's large industrial dumpster. When the dumpster was emptied at the landfill, deputies say they found a comforter, bedsheet, and mattress cover with a significant amount of apparent blood on it.
What was priority for us was getting into those dumpsters and making sure she was not in there.
The affidavit says deputies did find several of Kathleen's belongings during the dumpster search, including her bank card, set of car keys, a backpack, and the light blue Rugrats sweatshirt she was wearing the night she vanished.
We have the evidence. We have Kathleen now. If he wants to make a positive difference in somebody's life, help the family out, answer their questions.
The question Kathleen's mother wants answered most:
Why? Why didn't he just, let her go?
And the judge decided to keep Colin Knapp locked up without any bond. The sheriff's office says it's still too early to determine exactly how Kathleen Moore was killed. Friends tell me they are planning a celebration of her life later this month. Live in Tampa, I'm Justin Sheck.
I can find more. I can find more. The only reason why I played it, showed those other reports and articles, even though I'm trying to keep it specifically to Warren Fields. It just bothers me that if you're a black man, a melanated man who makes red pill content, regardless if you're it doesn't matter if you're a part of the black manosphere, if you're actually a solid, legitimate pro-black man, B1 or B123, who makes content, speaks truth to power and facts, and if you call out bad female behavior, but it's okay to talk about the men, criticize them, because and just be anti-black man, call and blame the black man for everything when it comes to relationships or even just the gender war. The women can complain and talk crap about black men, and even you got these simps, basically in a nutshell, when it comes to these black unconscious pro-whack hoes of these males who defend black women no matter what. I just don't understand when it comes to these unconscious pro-whack hoe loving beta male simps. Is that same with Jason Pope? I don't know. I'm going to use his government name, Jason Pope. When he infected about over 1,000. I'm pretty sure it was more than that. Over 1,000 black women, over 1,000 underage black girls, and it became the black men's fault. You know what I'm saying? But the divestment community of social media and real life, these pro-black women swirls, these black misandric females, these black feminists have no problem going in after black men. And no, but because I could tell you, if this was an older black man, we already know y'all don't. I mean, we already know if this was a brother getting fucked up by an older white woman, y'all would say he's stupid. Y'all would call him dumb. Y'all would call him a coon. I mean, some of the criticism is legit, but to be fair and no disrespect, would you call her a coon now? Would you call this Lauren Fields a coon, an idiot? Would you victim shame her? I'm just asking. I just need y'all to help me understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just, an older black woman. Y'all were like, y'all say he too thirsty. But back on the subject, I asked you these pro-whack melanated women, protect black women, protect melanated women campaigns from these black hoe Karens, these black hoe ass Karens. Y'all silent on this. Y'all too quiet. I thought you were about protect black women. I would never forget when it came to this mixed black woman out in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she was a news reporter, how this random dusty meth head Caucasian male was catcalling her, invading her space, flirting with her, saying just these inappropriate comments, invading her space, and she was like very just now. I don't mean to question the sister. If that was a brother trying to holler at you, do all this extra shit, would you cuss him out on set? Maybe. I'm pretty sure she would have some choice words, and that would be rightfully so, because she's trying to do stuff. She's saying, respect my space. When it comes to the Caucasian male, the dusty, meth head, opioid, even the white trash crackhead, she can't go off on him. She can't give him no attitude because she's worried about losing her job. And then the black man can't say something because if he does, he can get in trouble. Because I know you to protect black women, the black men who actually do protect black women, you're not going to pay that black man who put his life on the line. You're not going to pay the funeral cost. You're not going to make sure he gets his job back or give him a GoFundMe. You're not going to pay his legal fees and his medical bills if he does his white knight duty. It just rubs me the wrong way how y'all silent, but y'all have so much to say about the bad black men that y'all like to fuck and have babies by. I'm trying my best to stay on subject and not go off on a tangent. But it kills me that y'all gonna find a way to say it's the black man's fault. Or you just gonna be to these black feminists, the Me Too. Basically, when it comes to these black pro-whack woman organizations, these pro-black women organizations, these black feminists, black women empowerment groups. When it comes to the unconscious community, and these women empowerment groups, boss chicks, these pro-divest, swirling black women. Where's the content? Where's all this? What are y'all doing to make sure she get justice? I'm doing my part right now, since I got time tonight. You know what? But it just tells me that all this virtual signaling, all this black misandry, you divest hoes, you divest ghetto gacking hoes who didn't say nothing when that black girl, that 19-year-old black woman got disrespected, humiliated, harmed, taken advantage of, and sat on her own filth. Y'all didn't say nothing about the ghetto gacking punk ass cave males. Y'all had no smoke. Even to that black woman that young black woman, I don't know, she's underage, she's a young black woman where her mom exploited her daughter being sex trafficked by the Caucasian supremacist males and females participating because they had some help. They got some good ass, unseasoned food and nasty, unwashed coochie, keeping it real, to gave him cover. Now she's arrested. Now she's wrongfully arrested, even though the mom put her in that bad situation, being too trusting of these Caucasians. But again, it proves my point. Y'all don't care about all these women, the sisterhood, the black sisterhood. Y'all don't care about each other like that. So instead of putting the blame on black men and being a black misandrist heifer, try to push your own narrative and agenda and being a black can, how about you shut up? If you're not going to make sure this woman gets justice and use all that roast, all that fried oil to make sure she gets justice, then you need to step down. Cynthia G, are you listening? Nala, all you divest heifers, the black female, white male swirling community, these chocolate chasers, y'all don't care, but y'all have so much to say about black men. It just tells me over the last couple years what I need to know about all you motherfuckers, all you bitches.